Hey, what's up everyone? It's Stargirl.thepracticalwitch and welcome back to my channel. I am here with an April 2020 prediction, and today I'm going to tell you what's coming for your zodiac sign April 2020 based on tarot and astrology. But before we get started on today's reading, I do want to give a quick shout out to my sponsors, Raycon. Raycon was founded by Ray J, and celebrities such as Cardi B and Snoop Dogg love Raycon. I'm not a fan of wires at all. They're annoying and always get tangled, which is why I'm really excited to talk about my new sponsor, Raycon. Raycon headphones will change your life with how incredibly convenient and easy they are to use. They even come with a chargeable portable case so you can charge them anywhere you are. If you enjoy doing anything active while listening to music, you know how the wires always end up smacking you in the face, which is incredibly distracting while you're trying to focus. But with Raycon wireless earbuds, you're free to be as active as you want without worrying about them falling out, smacking you in the face, or getting caught on something and ripping out. Best of all, they start at half the price of other premium wireless earbuds, so you won't go broke trying to buy a pair. Designed by platinum music artists and audio engineers, the quality of the audio is incredible. You'll be bumping music or watching videos all day with these. The latest model, the Everyday E25s, comes in a variety of different colors and also 6 hours of playback time, and 6 different sizes to best fit your ear to give you a nice noise isolating fit. I personally use this while I'm hiking or doing whatever it is I'm doing on the go, and let me tell you, the quality is amazing. I totally got lost in my own little world, and I highly recommend Raycon earbuds. To improve your earbud game today, you can go to the link I provide in the description box and click it to get 15% off of your order, or you can visit buyraycon.com/stargirl to get 15% off of your order and to upgrade your earbud game with Raycon. Thank you so much for sitting through the sponsorship. I know you guys will love the earbuds as much as I do, so now let's get back to the video. Thank you so much for sitting through that, everyone. I really appreciate it. But now that we went through that, I need you to go to the timestamps I provide down below and click the timestamp next to your zodiac sign so you can see what you can expect April 2020 in quarantine. I know, how much could we possibly predict, but there's a lot that could go on in the dynamics, and also I'm going to be channeling messages for you. Now, like I always say, your rising sign will be the most accurate, but some people say the sun or moon sign horoscope is the most accurate. I just want you to pick whatever horoscope down below is calling to you most. Pick it like a pick a card, or listen to all 3 horoscopes, because all 3 horoscopes could give you really good insights about what you need to hear April 2020. So once you've picked either your sun, moon, rising horoscope, then we can see what you can expect using tarot and astrology. And once again, I put the timestamps down below so you can just click and fast forward right to it. All right, Aries, so let's see what's coming for you April 2020. I did draw some tarot cards, so we're going to look at tarot, and we're also going to look at the astrology of it. But essentially, Aries, what I'm feeling for you is we have a lot of the Page of Swords, which is indicating to me this has been a really tough birthday season for you, and I'm really sorry, but pretty much with this, like, and happy birthday too, by the way. I'm sorry everything is going down on your birthday, but what I'm seeing from this is that I feel a lot of you have not been trustworthy of the people around you. I'm almost sensing, Aries, that a lot of you do not feel it is safe for you to love or open up and be vulnerable around other people at this point. You're feeling as though no one around you is trustworthy. You feel like everyone is out to get you or is going to hurt you. You feel suspicious of the people around you, and I'm seeing that you're really blocked off, Aries, from being vulnerable, showing your heart, or you're really blocked off in general from trusting people at this time. That's what I feel for you. So maybe some of you feel like your friends don't really care, your family members don't really care. Maybe some of you feel like the person you're talking to is going to hurt you. There's this fear of getting hurt, Aries, that I'm seeing, and a fear of being vulnerable, and you almost have your defenses on and your attack mode on. and pushing people away so they don't see how vulnerable you really feel currently at this time. So instead of opening up your heart and showing your true self and being open, you are shielding yourself by pushing people away, by being on the offensive mode, because you don't feel like you can trust people around you and you feel like everyone is out to get you. Because I'm sensing that some people have let you down, or some people with the Seven of Swords and the Ten of... This card is literally a guy being stabbed in the back multiple different times, laying down on the ground, bleeding to death. And then you have the Seven of Swords, which is about deception. So I almost feel like you feel like the people around you are being deceptive, or they're not coming through for you, or you feel there's like some sort of betrayal that you feel in your heart currently, Aries, is what I'm seeing. And I'm so sorry about that, because we also have grief work. Okay, so this whole spread, Aries, is a lot of grief is going on with you right now, specifically to do with, I feel like other people, the people around you is causing you a lot of grief. I feel as though you feel very let down by other people, and I'm so sorry. And it's not because you're cold. You're not acting like offensive and distant because you're cold. You're not acting defensive because you're cold and mean. It's because you love so much and you don't want people to see how much you love. And I'm getting that with this card that was channeled for you that says, in case anyone should ask, your heart isn't so large because of your wings. It's your wings that are so large because of your heart. Sometimes loving so much can be very heavy. So I do feel it's because you love the people around you. Maybe it's a person, your friends, your family. You care so much, but you feel like they are betraying you or not being honest or let you down. And that's an awful feeling to have in your birthday season. And I'm so sorry that you are not getting the attention you deserve. With the sun being in your first house, that's what you really do deserve. And also Mars, guys. Mars is going to be in your 11th house of Aquarius, of your friendships. Mars is a attack war mode planet, which is going to be in your 11th house of friendships. And it does not like being there. So what's going to happen is you're going to notice your relationships feel very strained in April 2020. And I'm so sorry about that. That really isn't that great. And I'm sorry. But there's some other good things that I am seeing. So first of all, what I want to say, Aries, is I do feel like you've been procrastinating quite a bit recently, and I don't feel like you've been procrastinating because you're lazy. I feel like there's like this fear of failure that's happening to you right now, because what I'm seeing is a lot of you know you have to be doing something, or you should be doing something right now in this time of quarantine, but for some reason you haven't been doing it. You've been putting it off, and I think it's because there's this fear of failure, because it seems like everything around you isn't working out, so why should you try? That is wrong. I've been saying this for months and months before the virus. We are being pushed into having home business. In the future, no one is going to go to school in person or work in person. We're all going to work online. This is the perfect time to look into that. I think and it's easy, guys. If I'm doing it, trust me, I'm lazy as heck. It's easy. So if you've been called to do that, I really feel like it's time for you to take the first step, because we have the first step. And also, I just feel like you just need to decide to take the first step, because you've been procrastinating and you should do it, because I'm seeing you've had a divinely guided ideas recently. You have something you want to talk about. You have something you want to do that I see was a divine gift from God or the divine or whatever. And it's what you should be working on currently. And I think it will bring you a lot of success. I am willing to bet a lot of you recently have been getting a lot of weird dreams with Mercury being in your 12th house. A lot of you have been having really symbolic, weird dreams. Okay, that's normal. With Mercury being in your 12th house, completely normal, but definitely listen to those dreams, because, and also when Mercury's in your 12th house, I wasn't just saying you had a divinely inspired idea to encourage you. When Mercury's in your 12th house of the other realms, spirituality, angels, and Mercury is your mind, you are literally getting brilliant ideas from your higher self and God, the universe right now, on what it is you need to be doing. And I do sense in April you're going to make a huge decision. And I already think you know what you need to choose and what you need to be doing, which path you should take, but you're stopping yourself from making that choice because I don't know if it's you're scared of making the wrong choice, but you're just blocking yourself for some reason. So let's see what's going on for love right now. So right now, Aries, if you're interested in love, I'm seeing that you or them are settling. Okay, so one of you two in the relationship is settling. Let's get some clarifiers on that for you, Aries. Oh, okay, you know, okay, so I have you are settling. So pretty much what I'm seeing, Aries, is you're settling, and that's why you're scared to make the decision, because you would rather stay where it's comfortable, or you don't trust yourself to succeed if you do it. Angels are saying you absolutely will. And also I'm hearing a lot of you are being like affected by other people on what decision you should make, or you're scared of what other people will think. Don't be scared of what other people will think. You're in touch with this, and guess what? No one is going to believe in you at first. Nobody. No one, unless you have a tiger mom or something. You just prove them wrong, honestly. But Aries, let's see what blessings are coming your way, because guess what? I love the blessing jar. I always use the blessing jar, and it's just something I like to do. So let's go ahead and see what blessings are coming for Aries in April 2020, despite the quarantine and everything going on. Let's get some motivation for the Aries. Ooh, I felt one. Okay, so we have speaking up for yourself successfully to people who are stepping over your boundaries. So I do see you going off at people who are overstepping your boundaries or not respecting you. Could be the people around you, or a romantic love interest, or your friends. I do see, especially with Mercury going into Aries in April, I see a lot of you are going to be standing up for yourself, because when Mercury goes into your first house of Aries, this means a lot of people come to you with their BS. And I do see you speaking up for yourself, specifically to the people around you, because I'm sensing a lot of you haven't recently. You've just been letting everything boil underneath the surface. But I see in April that's going to change, and you're really going to speak up for yourself. I also saw life-changing opportunity. Like I was saying earlier, there's going to be a huge change in your life, because we have salary increase into a job or something you do during the day that's going to be a lot more successful. And I actually felt that for you, Aries, like your career life and whatever it is, you're going to be doing something soon that's more in alignment with what you want to do. And I was also feeling in April, because I felt this in March too, you are going to receive some good news, a good idea about a work or school opportunity that is going to really advance your future. I'm definitely seeing this. And also what I'm seeing with the North Node, which is very important, it's the karmic node moving into your third house very soon in the next month. You're going to notice the North Node loves being in the third house. This is so good for making money, having ideas to make money, and really learning a bunch of different, you're going to realize, Aries, like starting this month, you're going to have so many creative ideas. Your creativity is going to be flowing, and you are going to learn a lot of different creative interests that are going to help you in the future, that you will be doing as a way to make money. So even though your relationships are SHIT, let them eat dirt, because you're going to be on the way up. I see amazing career opportunities coming in for you. I'm specifically hearing messages, good news messages in your work, school, or career. So if something ended in your life that was really painful, as I'm seeing with the Ten of Swords with grief work, don't worry, because things are going to look up, and I really do see that for you. That's all I have for you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, Taurus, so let's see what's coming for you April 2020 with tarot and astrology. So one thing that I am seeing, Taurus, this is a general message. So if it doesn't resonate, wait for your message or just check out another horoscope. But I was specifically seeing for you the card brothers and sisters. So I do feel like a lot of Tauruses right now, you might be going through some karma or some issues with your brothers and sisters currently. And I had the very specific message for those of you who do have brothers and sisters, that they really look up to you and they think the world of you. We have the Ace of Swords and the Empress, which tells me they think that you are, and the Ace of Swords on these cards, it says the swan. And the Empress is also known as like the beauty queen, the swan. They literally think you are God's gift. Maybe this is a younger sibling or older sibling. They think the world of you. They think you are the coolest thing ever, and they speak about you all the time. They speak very highly of you. No matter what's going on in your relationship with your brother or sister, they really look up to you. They really love you. And when you're not listening or looking, they speak and think very highly of you, and Spirit wants you to know that. I also feel too, a lot of you recently, I'm also seeing, Taurus, that one of the things that, and you know what, if it's not a brother or sister, Taurus, I want you to know, okay, so we have children, right? And when I think of brothers and sisters, I think of your friendships, or like someone you consider a brother or sister, someone you're really close to. Someone you're really close to. You could have seen them as a brother or sister. They could see you as that. It could be any family member, honestly. But I feel like there's someone with forgiveness in your life, Taurus, you've had animosity with, because we also have forgiveness, we have acceptance, okay? So I do feel like there's been some beef, so to speak, with someone close to you in your life. And I want you to know that whoever it is, they think and say very positive things about you. And I think in April, you are going to feel called to forgive them, or they are going to want to reach out and have a talk with you. This could be someone from your past when I see children, or this could be someone who's younger than you or something like that, or maybe acts a little younger than you. But I'm definitely sensing, Taurus, that in April, you guys are going to mend the relationship, because I'm sensing whoever this is really thinks very highly of you. They put you on a pedestal, even though it might not seem like it, even though they might not express it. That's how they really feel. I mean, they literally think with the Swan and the Empress that you're the best. They look up to you. They admire you. You know, there's like a sense of admiration. So someone is definitely admiring you, looking up to you, that you have animosity with. Okay, so that's how I feel. But what I'm also seeing too, Taurus, is a lot of you with the Hercules and the star. This represents the Eight of Swords, and this is the star, which represents hope, renewal, happiness, positivity, but it's next to the Eight of Swords, which talks about not being able to see it. So I do sense, Taurus, a lot of you recently have been thinking very negative recently, and I don't blame you for everything going on. I'm sensing that if it has not been the virus exactly, there's something that happened in your life to you personally recently, maybe because of the virus, that or like there's been some like tragedy that's happened. So it could have been the virus, it could have been something that was caused from the virus, like a lack of work, lack of job, lack of money. Or this could have been an ending in a relationship. It could be anything, but I'm sensing it happened really recently. There's something sad that's happened to you recently that's caused you to lose hope in the future, and that has caused you to be thinking and feeling very negative and hopeless right now. And I'm hearing from the angels that it's okay. It's a blessing in disguise. No matter what is going on with you right now, it is divine timing, and it was meant to happen, even though it seems like it's unfair. For some of you, whatever that has happened is a blessing in disguise, because what I'm seeing with be positive, there is something positive on the horizon for you that you can't see yet, and we're going to figure out what it is. One thing that I'm seeing is it has to do with finances and career. I do see for some of you Tauruses with the Four of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles that a lot of you've had some sort of delay in work. You've had some sort of delay in your career. You have like lost passion maybe for your career. You've lost the energy to get things done. Maybe there's a pause in school that has brought a lot of delays, but pretty much I'm seeing there's a pause, a lack of energy in what you were doing before, whether it was school or work. There's been some sort of pause or lack of passion, but I'm seeing that in the future there is going to be some sort of blessing regarding that and regarding your finances and career. But I'm also seeing from the Star and the Eight of Swords that you're being hidden from that right now. They're trying to build up your faith, Taurus, is what I'm seeing. We also have the card, no two flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. So for some Tauruses, I do sense that a lot of you have been comparing your progress, yourself, your looks, your whatever. You've been comparing yourself with someone else recently. And okay, so first of all, Taurus, you are the Empress, you are the swan, right? That's how other people see you. That's how other people view you. That's what I was feeling. But I'm seeing that you guys, for some reason, you haven't been able to, you're like comparing yourself to other people. This is all this negative mindset going on because things going on in your life have caused you to lose faith. There is no reason to be comparing yourself to other people because other people are comparing themselves to you, believe it or not. Other people are comparing themselves to you. I see that. I see that a lot of you don't realize how bright that you shine or how much of a star you really are because we have the Eight of Swords, which means you can't see it, but other people do. You really do shine like this. And I think that's something that you should know. You know what's funny? I also got this imagery. All of these cards have blonde hair, right? So the Empress has blonde hair. The Star has blonde hair. This Angel has blonde hair, okay? So let's go back to the 90s and do stereotypes real quick. So it's like all of these girls or all these guys have like this, the standard of beauty, right? The boring, and it's not, I'm not trying to offend anyone. You get like the similarities I'm trying to make with the 90s, how the popular girls were blonde or whatever, okay? So it's like all these people, they look like conventionally attractive or they look like they have it together. And you're here with this like elegance, as you can see with this card. This card is you with the brown hair pulled up with the pearls, who's looking elegant and classic. And you're comparing yourself to these basic people over here and completely not seeing your own value and worth. You're on a different path, and that's what Spirit wants you to know. Taurus, I'm really seeing that right now you are being so hard on yourself and your work and your body, like, and the reason being is because Saturn is in your 10th house. And it's in the section that rules Venus, which rules you and your 6th house of work. So if you're experiencing delays in work, or if you're being really hard on yourself in regards to your work, where there's been delays in your work, career, school, and you're just being very hard on yourself, comparing yourself to others, that is why it's the energy of Saturn that's happening to you. But on the good news, the good news is that Jupiter is actually expanding your 4th house of your heart, your family, your emotions. So I'm seeing, Taurus, the good thing about this is I'm seeing that your friendship relationships are something that's going to be really developed in April 2020. Your relationships with other people, healing your relationships with other people, getting close to other people, maybe even people at work, because your Pisces rules your 11th house. Or maybe I'm also seeing, Taurus, a lot of you, your heart chakra has opened up recently because Saturn moved off of your heart chakra and Jupiter has gone over it. So I'm almost sensing that a lot of you, your heart has expanded, which has allowed you to make more friends, open up to other people. And not only that, you've been maybe really wanting to help the homeless or help people who are in need, or you've been wanting to heal your relationships, or maybe, I don't know, Taurus, but your heart has been expanding. Your like inner beauty has been expanding so much. Like you care so much about other people and the world, and you want to do anything that you can to help. And I'm seeing that's going to be a huge thing for you. And I'm seeing that you're so much willing to connect with other people now than you were before, Taurus. And because of that, I do see you making quite a bit of connections and learning a lot, possibly making connections that could benefit you in the future and with your career with the 10th house. And I'm also sensing as well, like your public reputation is really good, Taurus. Don't compare yourself. Other people are looking at you like you have all of the wisdom with Saturn in the 9th house. I see that for you. People are looking at you like you have all the knowledge and that you know what to do, and they really respect you and admire you. Yeah, we also have open your heart to love and have confidence in your creations. That's what you guys are about to do. You're opening up your heart, but it's all about not being so hard on yourself, essentially. I'm also sensing, Taurus, with the North Node moving into your 2nd house soon. I think it's very possible a lot of you, very soon, maybe recently, you could receive some sort of money from your family. There could could be some family money coming your way. That's how I feel with the North and South nodes. And I'm also sensing as well, if it's not that, you're going to get a lot stronger or closer with your family. So that's all I have. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, Gemini, so this is what I'm seeing for you. Okay, so the karmic nodes, which is the North and South node of the moon, they're so important in astrology. They dictate everything. They're going to be moving into Gemini and Sagittarius, the North node in Gemini in your first house, and then also the South node in Sagittarius in your 7th house of partnerships. So Gemini, I want you to know that a lot of you are going to be going through some fears in relationships or partnerships. You all might not trust the people around you. You might have anxieties that the person you're with doesn't really love you. You could have anxieties about love, relationships, romance, or you could just be very disinterested in it. Or like you could just feel very like closed off from being close to other people, or you could have a lot of fears about relationships, romance, love, or cynicism, because that's what happens. And I'm seeing that energy start to play out for you. So for those of you who are in a relationship, or for those of you who are you're very close to certain people in your life, I have a message for you. Love heals fear. The power of your love can help bullies and angry people be less afraid. So I do sense like partnerships are kind of hard for you right now. You might be getting in arguments with the people around you. Your relationships might be strained. You might have a fear of love, relationships, or getting close to people, like I said. And I'm also sensing too that a lot of you in April, I'm sensing that a lot of you could have like issues with people who you feel like are against you, are secretly out to get you, kind of like the Aries. And the reason why I'm sensing this is because we have purification. By purifying your life of negative people, places, and experiences, you attain true peace. So I'm almost feeling like, Gemini, you might notice that it's strained at home with the people around you. You might notice you might be getting in internet disagreements. You might notice that you've been getting in disagreements with your partner, or you might notice that you've been getting in disagreements with your friendships. These are all energies that are happening with Saturn right now, which is restricting your 5th house and 12th house, being in the 9th house. So those are all things that I'm seeing. And I want you to know, it's part of these karmic nodes. It's to help you in relationships. I went through this last year as a Cancer, and these are major transits, and I went through a lot of karma in my relationships. That doesn't mean a relationship won't last. It just means if you notice that your relationships are strained, or your partnerships are strained, or anything like that, it's completely normal to be going through, like maybe growing out of someone, or having a lot of fear about, or anxiety or paranoia with your relationships, or having a lot of disagreements in general with your close partnerships, business partnerships, whatever. I'm sensing that's an issue for you. I'm sensing, Gemini, that a lot of you can be like unfairly attacked sometimes too, or a lot of you might feel like you're very alienated from other people on a real, authentic level, if that makes sense. You're just going through some karma right now in regards to your relationships and partnerships. But I do want to tell you, this can also be very beneficial, because what I'm seeing, Gemini, is with this transit, you also have the opportunity to make really good business partnerships, or partnerships that could help you advance in some way. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that some of you could be entering some sort of very beneficial business agreement, or a lot of you could be signing a lot of agreements, or have like some sort of successful partnership that will help you in life. And I'm just seeing like this huge like learning curve in regards to how to communicate in relationships. So like you're learning pretty much how to communicate in a responsible way with those closest to you. I feel, Gemini, that one thing I'm seeing with Mercury being in your 10th house and going into your 11th house, a lot of you are going to be reaching out to other people. A lot of you will have the urge to reach out to other people, to make friends. You're going to be talking online more on social media. because Gemini, Mercury is going to be in your 10th and 11th house, which is about business. It's about talking, and the 10th and 11th house are very social houses. So I do see, Gemini, you're going to be posting more on social media, more extroverted, wanting to talk more, reaching out more to people you wouldn't normally reach out to. You might feel like you want to make connections online, or you want to reach out or talk more, text more, post online more about what it is on your mind. I do see that, and I do see for some Geminis, because of this extra surge of outgoingness, I do see a lot of you actually making beneficial contacts possibly that could help you in the future, because like I was saying, this whole society line that we're going through right now, we are going to end up doing online business, working from home, all of that stuff in the near future. And I do sense that a lot of you are going to be connecting with people online or whatever, like text messages, and making plans to start something that will be beneficial for you in the future. But Mercury is going to be in Aries in your 11th house, and Mars is going to be in the 9th house of Aquarius, and it doesn't like being there because Mars is an aggressive planet in the sign of groups of people. So I do feel Aries, I do feel Gemini, some of you could get in a lot of disagreements with the people around you. You might feel like you're getting bullied, or a lot of people disagree with you or are out to get you in April. This is normal. Mars is going to be in Aquarius, but I do suggest not talking about religion or politics or anything like that, because those are all things that I see being a huge fight for you. But I do see with the Lovers and the Queen of Pentacles, going back to what I said, I do sense a lot of you are going to, first of all, you could already be in a relationship, and I think this is a really good sign that you're in a relationship with someone worth value, someone it's worth investing time in. So for Geminis who are in a relationship or situationship, I do feel with the Queen of Pentacles, this is someone you could absolutely trust, who is of value. But what I'm also seeing, if not that, is a lot of you will be meeting this person or talking to this person online or whatever in April 2020. And if not that, another message I was hearing, Gemini, is, like I said, some of you could meet someone who, with the Queen of Pentacles, who could really help you in your career or your future. I'm seeing a beneficial contact coming in for you. But yeah, I just sort of feel like in the beginning part, when the North and South nodes move to those houses, you will be meeting someone of value who could help you advance in life. I do feel with the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords that a lot of you are experiencing some sort of job or money stress, or some sort of job or money loss. But I do sense, like, for some of you who that's happening to, the Queen of Pentacles is going to help you out. It's going to be some sort of helpful partnership that I do see coming in for you. And I'm also sensing as well, a lot of you, whoever it is you're involved with, or whoever it is in your life, you might feel with those you love you, that they aren't being true, they aren't being honest. There might be some sort of paranoia about honesty or fidelity. I want you to know this is all in your head for most of you. Obviously, I'm really seeing that those you love you, and this is just the energy of Saturn, so it might be paranoia or something like that. Okay, Gemini, so let's see what else I'm seeing for you in regards to what's going on April 2020. We have support system. Like I told you guys, the connections you're making now are really going to help you in the future, or you are really supported by a lot of people. Don't focus on the bullies or the crap people. I'm sensing, Gemini, what's happening to a lot of you is you're actually removing some people in your life who are just toxic, and you're seeing who's important and who comes through for you. And I really do sense that. I sense someone being there during a tough situation, and I do see you are supported, and try not to think about all the people who aren't so supportive. And I'm also sensing too, Gemini, a lot of you are with music. A lot of you, obviously not for all of you, a lot of you are being really called right now to start doing music, or like to start practicing music during quarantine. You have the North Node in your second house of your throat chakra. I've been saying this, guys, your singing, your musical ability is highlighted right now. And I feel like maybe some of you have put it out online, it didn't do so well, or maybe some of you are scared to put it out online because you're scared of the reaction. Don't be. I'm seeing that the universe is really supporting you with whatever music or creative endeavor you want to do. And I'm sensing sensing too that a lot of you just have a way with words right now, like poetry, words, and stuff like that. And you're really on fire right now. You're getting a lot of signs I'm seeing about where you need to, what you need to be doing, where you need to go. I'm specifically seeing a lot of you right now are very much surrounded by your spirit guides. Like, you don't just have one spirit guide around you right now. You have a whole bunch of spirit guides surrounding you, like a whole team. And normally that happens when you're at the precipice of doing something very important in your life. But I think that the issue that's going on right now is not having so much fear about what other people think of your art and creations. I always get that for you, Gemini. I'm sensing that a lot of you are going to get that boost in confidence really soon. And I also sense with stay that a lot of you might, like, I don't know what's going on, guys, but I feel as though a lot of you with stay and allow love, a lot of you might want to, like, you know, leave someone, or you might want to, like, go away from some relationships or go away from some people in your life. But I'm hearing that they want you to stay. They really value you. But I'm sensing a lot of you might be dissatisfied in your love life right now. If some of you are interested in love, I think that with being taken for granted, you feel taken for granted, or someone else feels taken for granted. Let's see what other love messages there are for you, Gemini. So we have dissatisfied with current love life. I just said that. Tarot does not lie. I just feel a lot of you are dissatisfied because you feel like you're being taken for granted, or you just feel dissatisfied and you're taking someone for granted. But I feel like there's someone in your life who really wants to stay in your life that you're pushing away or something. But anyway, you've been really called to do, I keep getting music and poetry and stuff like that for you guys, like, but you're so hard on yourselves in regards to it. But I feel like right now you guys have the gift of writing, like creative writing would go really good for you. Yeah, with sextile and opportunity, guys, I definitely feel like this is an opportunity for you to expand your art. But I also feel like creative partnerships, or like partnerships with people who help you expand your creativity, or projects. I'm seeing projects you can do with people online or whatever. And with the 8th house, I definitely feel like there's someone like who could really help you out financially or business wise. A lot of you though, I don't even know why you're watching this, but I'm sensing a lot of you kind of have lost faith is what I'm seeing, Gemini. I got that message a lot, and a lot of you might not even believe in religion or spirituality, or that there is any divine order. A lot of you are feeling really cynical about you know, religion and spirituality. You don't really believe in anything. Why are you watching this, guys? You know, low-key there is something. And I do feel like even though you guys are feeling cynical right now, you are being really led to develop your spirituality. Saturn's restricting your 9th house of faith and spirituality. Saturn's restricting that, but there's a new moon in your 12th house of spirituality. Watch, in the next few months, you're going to see that cynicism towards spirituality, the government, the world, lack of faith go away, because there's going to be a miracle that happens in your life. That's the word I heard, is there's going to be some sort of miracle that happens to your life. I'm sensing a lot of you are feeling stir crazy with car, and you want to get out, but you literally can't. And I'm so sorry about that. But what I'm seeing, oh my gosh, I got music again. Guys, a lot of you need to be doing some sort of creative writing or music. That's a huge message I got. Dare to bare naked to all. Have the courage to put yourself out there online, or to share it with someone else, or to develop it with someone else. Those are all things that I see are big themes for you. I'm also hearing a lot of you guys are very, you're very confused about what you want for the future, Gemini. That's what I see with the 7 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. A lot of you have so many options. A lot of you just don't know what to do in the future. You feel very lost and directionless right now is what I'm hearing. So you're kind of looking to your friends or looking to other people, or you just don't know where you want to go. There's a huge confusion about the future. And I want you to know that now is the time to create while you're in quarantine. Now is the time to manifest, because the sun's going to be in your 11th house, Gemini, which means manifestate. Whatever you ask the universe for, you will receive. Whatever you ask the universe for, you will receive. So I really do think that a lot of you, if you have confusion, manifest a direction. I'm seeing freedom. So a lot of you want freedom right now, and you're feeling really cooped up, and I'm really sorry about that. But I do feel a lot of you need to hear the message of trust in your dreams, because your dreams can come true. I remember, Gemini, like I was going through really crappy time in my life where I had issues at home. I had issues with money. I felt so lost about my future. I thought I would just be like a nobody for the rest of my life. I was kicked so hard in life. Like life was just so hard. Everything seemed like it was against me. But one day I just decided to stop having no faith, just manifest, believe in something. And the next thing I know, I post a YouTube video and it gets 800,000 views. And I'm like, I never expected that. That's the thing, Gemini. Have trust in your dreams. Now's the time to be manifesting it. Yeah, there's a lack of freedom, maybe because you're supposed to sit your butt down, make connections online, put yourself out online, or practice. Get advice from other people, you know? So that's all I see for you. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your April 2020 reading. So I am going to be looking at tarot. I'm going to be looking at astrology. We're going to figure out what's going on in your life. So the first thing I want to say to you is that I do feel like with the Death card and the Seven of Wands, Aries, that says Aries on it. Aries rules your 10th house of career, and you have the Death card. And the Death is about change, changing of your public image, changing of your job and career. There's been a huge change in what you want to do for the future, what you want your career to be, who you want to be. So a lot of you, you've been shifting your career in a huge way. Maybe some of you ended a job, or your job is ending. There's been like a huge, or maybe you decided to just transform yourself and who you are and start owning your power. Cancer is what I'm seeing, especially with your career and public image. I'm sensing that a lot of you are no longer scared to be powerful and to put yourself out there and to do what it is you want to do. I'm sensing maybe in the past, though, you were blocked off from change, or you're very resistant to change, as we are as Cancers. But I'm sensing there's been a huge change in that, where now you are open to change. You are open to trying new things for your career, or becoming the powerful person you've always wanted to be, but you were scared to be. And I'm sensing a lot of you have started to make these changes, Cancer, because I have the card, you are being watched by loving eyes. So I'm sensing some Cancers, you've put yourself out there. You've done something different. You've changed who you are in a way where you are more powerful and unapologetic about your power. And because of that, I'm seeing that a lot of people have their eye on you. You're attracting a lot of attention to yourself. I definitely saw that with the sun as well. A lot of people, they're really starting to see your worth and who you really are. I feel like in April 2020, there's definitely going to be a shift in your career and public image that you're really going to notice. And I think it's going to be taken positively, even though it's a scary change. I do feel like it is kind of scary for you, but I'm sensing that it is going to end up very successful for you. Now, I do want to tell you that, you know, Mars is going to be in your 8th house. And normally when Mars is in your 8th house, this does cause a little bit of anger. So yes, it's going to give you power. Yes, you're going to feel powerful. Yes, you're going to start being more authentic and unapologetic about it. But it does cause some anger, some annoyances, so definitely watch out for that. But we also have hello and goodbye. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. So I do sense some of you are still apprehensive about this change. You're not sure. You're thinking the worst, Cancer, is really what I'm hearing. You're thinking about the worst that's going to happen with this huge change. It is safe for you to have hope, Cancer. I channeled the message of hope for you. In the past, you've been let down so hard. In the past, you kept having like missed opportunities. You kept missing the mark. You kept getting ego blow after ego blow is what I'm hearing, Cancer. But now it is safe for you to have hope. This time it is going to work. This time it's going to be successful. So don't fear the change because you think it's going to be another failure. Know that you have the sun, which represents blessings. This is going to be a blessed thing for you. A very blessed thing. And I want you to have hope. Have hope. It is safe, okay? I'm also hearing, though, with let your inner beauty shine. A lot of you have really transformed this year into the person that you are meant to become. And I see that. I see that a lot of you have been more open, and you're going to be more open in April with Mercury being in your 10th house. You're going to open up more to people online. You're going to reach out to more people. You're going to feel more talkative and more willing to say what's on your mind and put yourself out there and be authentic. And because you're more willing to do that with the energy of Mercury being in your 10th house, giving you bravery to speak authentically and be who you are authentically, and because you're more talkative, more social, more outgoing, people are really going to see like who you are on the inside shining outward. And you are being watched by a lot of people right now, maybe some secret admirers, which I can get to if you later on in the reading. Now I am seeing though, Cancer, that a lot of you've been feeling, even though you've been putting yourself out there more, even though you have been more confident to be yourself, you have felt really alienated from your friends and family recently. That's how I feel for you, Cancer. Saturn has been in your 8th house. Now that it's in Aquarius, in the subsection of Venus, restricting your 4th house of family and your 11th house of friendship. So I do feel like a lot of you have experienced like not really caring about friendships, not really wanting to connect with people on a real level. Maybe you feel like your friends are fading away, or maybe you feel like you're very distant from your family. Maybe you just feel very independent and powerful, and that new independence and power has kind of alienated you. And I'm just seeing you guys kind of like the Geminis. You're kind of like refreshing your friend group. Okay, it's like to people who accept the new you, because you went through a metamorphosis. And when you go through such a strong metamorphosis, this sometimes means a metamorphosis of the people around you. But I am seeing with parental care, though, that a lot of you, with Saturn restricting that 4th house, Venus in your 4th house, a lot of you might have to have extra care to your parents. You might feel more responsible for your parents. A lot of you, I'm sensing with the full moon going on in your 4th house, April 7th, there might be some sort of event that happens that you need to take care of your parents or be there for your parents. And I don't mean in a scary way. Don't take it like that. I know it sounded scary, but in a way where you feel more responsible for your family, or reaching out to your family, or in a way where you feel more of a burden from your family or your home life or something like that. That's what I sense for you. But the positive thing that I'm also sensing for you, Cancer, a lot of you are going to have some financial bonus. I know a lot of astrologers have been seeing this, but Jupiter is in your 7th house, which is also in the subsection of the Sun, which rules your 2nd house of finances. And the Sun is going to be in your 10th house of Aries. And the Sun loves being in Aries. It's exalted. So this really tells me that a lot of you are going to get some sort of financial bonus. It could be from the government. It could be if you work online. It could be from a beneficial partnership that helps you make more money, because I'm also seeing that as well. Since Jupiter's in your 7th house, you can make a beneficial business contact that actually helps you with learning a new skill that makes you more money or helps you make more money, or just in general receive a handout from someone. You're going to receive some sort of financial bonus, or like building of your skill set and improvement of your skill set that leads you to more opportunities and financial success in the future, if that makes sense. But I do sense like a fear, Cancer, of real vulnerability with other people, because Saturn's going to be in your 8th house. So a lot of you could feel very suspicious of other people. You could be mistrustful of other people, and you could be alienating yourself from your friends and family or other people too, out of a fear of losing your power again. This is all normal with what's going on. But I am also sensing, Cancer, this past year, what has happened to you is the reason why you're stepping into your power is because you needed to learn what you need in a relationship or partnerships. And even though that fear might still be there of getting close to other people because how badly you were burned in the past from these lessons, don't let the past lessons scare you from new opportunities and partnerships that will be more in alignment with the new person and beneficial for you. Because I'm seeing a leftover fear, a scarring from the lessons you've learned in partnerships the past year, but I'm sensing if you were to let these people in, with Jupiter being in your 7th, lighting up the sun in your 2nd house, this would be people of value finally coming in, people who are really more in alignment with you. And the only people that are going to hate you for stepping into your power are people who cannot take advantage of you anymore. Keep that in mind. So now you know, because you're stepping into your true authenticity and your power, who is really for you. And like these people coming into your life, even like online, or the connections you're starting to make texting, this is really gonna like be people who can help you in a huge way. And try not to let the fear or the need to be independent get in the way of that, because sometimes Saturn in the 8th will do that. So now I do sense as well, Cancer, this is something I'm seeing with the North and South nodes, which is the karmic nodes of the moon, which are so important, moving into your 12th house and 6th house. As I do see, Cancer, that a lot of you, and it probably already started, like I was saying, are going to go through some job dissatisfaction, some everyday job dissatisfaction where you don't really like what it is you're doing throughout the day. Or maybe a lot of you, you could also, there could be more of a focus on your health. But what I'm seeing is that a lot of you are likely going to move towards something like a way to make money that has to do with spirituality, or it has to do with healing, or it has to do with, you know, another thing I'm seeing, because the North and South nodes are so important and they're going to make a shift soon to Gemini and Sagittarius. The North node's going into your 12th house of overseas travel, spirituality, and also psychic visions and dreams. And it's going to be hitting your 2nd house, because it's going to be in the subsection of the sun. So this means, Cancer, I'm sensing when this is all over, a lot of you are going to be moving towards wanting to travel overseas or far away. You could possibly move overseas or far away. That's one thing I see for you, Cancer. I'm seeing partnerships too that could be from overseas or long distance or far away coming to you. So online long distance relationships are likely a big thing for Cancers. Or if not that, this means every time the North Node goes into your 12th house, like it is for you, Cancer, this means psychic dreams, psychic intuition. The North Node amps up whatever house and sign it's in. And for you, it's in the 12th house, Cancer. So this means, like, I remember I had this 18 years ago. I saw spirits. I had prophetic dreams. I freaked my parents out because I already had these abilities. This is what's happening to you, Cancer. So you're going to notice you're getting way into spirituality. You might notice you want to help underprivileged people in April 2020, or you might want to stand up for the underdog, or you might want to pursue spirituality. These are all big themes that I'm seeing for you, and the ability to channel spiritual messages, wanting to be a healer. The earth angel side of you is really going to come out. Moving overseas in the future, having an overseas partner, whether it's romantic or whether it is just a career partnership. Those are all things you're going to see with the North Node moving into your 12th house. This does also mean sometimes that a lot of you might have to spend a little bit of money to make money, or you might lose some money, you know, trying to go towards what you want. That's okay. It's okay to invest in yourself. And it's also very likely with Mercury going into your 10th house of Aries, Mars going into your 8th house, I really do sense that a lot of you are going to have a lot of channel message, interest in spirituality, or at the very least, you're going to go through huge job dissatisfaction and changes into one that is more in alignment with what you want. So you might feel a little lost. You might be testing out a bunch of different things that you want to do. That's normal. And I'm also sensing what you want in partnerships is completely going to change for you too, Cancer. Completely, with Pluto and Jupiter being together in your 7th house. So you might notice like the people you're attracted to are nothing like how they were in the past. These are all themes that I'm seeing for you. So that's all I have. I really hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, Leo. Welcome to your April 2020 reading and channeled message. So let's look at the tarot cards and astrology. So first of all, Leo, like I literally cried when I got to your spread. I'm about to cry now. I don't know why. I've been like super emotional and like teary just this past year, but pretty much when I did your spread, I had so many cards that indicated to me you do not feel loved right now. I got the card love. The answer that you're seeking is love. And then I also got, you are lovable. Love who you are, as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. And I also got the card, I heart you. If everyone really knew how much they were loved, not only from above, but by those in their life, there'd be little hearts drawn in everything. P.S. I love you. So Leo, I feel like recently you felt like no one around you loves you. You feel unloved. You feel rejected. You don't feel like you are lovable yourself. I'm just sort of sensing there's been a lack of love in your life, and you feel very alone, and just in general, like you're not lovable. Maybe someone has treated you that way, because I do have the Queen of Swords, and also the King of Hearts, which says Leo, which represents you. So I'm sensing some of you Leos could be dealing with someone who's very cold. Maybe a woman, doesn't have to be a woman. You could be dealing with someone who's very cold. People could be cold towards you, rejecting you, acting like they don't care, or you just feel very isolated from the world and those around you. So you're questioning whether or not people really like you for you. And there's just like this depression of wanting love, but it not being there for you. Or maybe in April, you might feel rejected, or you might feel like no one loves you, but I want you to know I love you, and I'm giving you so much love. Like, I literally almost cried when I did your spread, because I understand how you feel, because Venus is going to be in your 11th house of Gemini in April, which means of your greatest hopes and desires. So it means like you want with all of your heart to be loved and to have love, and you're thinking about relationships and all of that stuff. But Saturn, which is going to be in your 7th house, is restricting that right now in Aquarius. So it's like you want the one thing you can't have, which is love from others. You feel restricted from that. And I'm so sorry, Leo, because you are lovable. And I'm not just saying that, okay? Because I got 3 kings, and it says KKK. And honestly, I was going to reshuffle the deck because I didn't want to offend anyone. But let's not go there. Let's just look at the cards, okay? And like, not put our minds in that direction. Maybe I put your mind in that direction. I'm sorry, but let's just focus on how you were represented by 3 kings, which means that you are of value. You have the highest cards in the deck, the king. So, you know, if people are rejecting you and they're not seeing that, that's their problem. And I'm seeing that you do feel rejected, because we have the 5 of Cups, which is like emotional loss and letdown. The 9 of Wands, you might have been working really hard to do things for other people, or to show that you care, or to prove your worth, and the world doesn't seem to be mirroring that back. You've been working so hard and you don't seem to be getting like anything received back, is how you're starting to feel. You're starting to feel like, I've been working so hard for this person or other people, or I've been working so hard on myself. Why does no one love me? It's just the cycles. It's the cycle of life with what's going on. Things are going to change. It's just, that's why I love astrology, because it shows the cycles. No one can be on a high all the time. If I had my choice, I'd have my Jupiter return every year and just be sunshine and rainbows, but that's not life. You have a good year, you have a bad year. You have great days, you have bad days. It's the cycles, it's the rhythm, it's just how it is. And right now, if you feel that way, know that you are already a king or queen, and that's going to go away. And you are worth value. You've done a lot for what you have done, because I also have reward yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately. And it's time for you to receive from other people instead of working so hard for other people or grinding. It's time for you to get rewarded. And I do think with reward yourself in April, you will be rewarded, because Venus is going to be in your 11th house. And this does normally mean you get some sort of reward for all the hard work you've put in. Now, it might not be as much as you normally would get with Venus in the 11th, because Saturn is restricting Venus a little bit for you. And I know, because I went through this last month and I'm like, where is my reward and blessings? But I think this is going to be a form of like one, self-love, or you are going to have some sort of motivation to keep going, whatever it is. But I do sense, Leo, a lot of you with Jupiter, Pluto being in your 6th house, and it being on the subsection of the sun, which rules your first house, I sense a lot of you have felt called to work out or exercise. You should absolutely do that. Your health is very important right now, and I'm sensing, Leos, a lot of you have started to realize that your health, the routines, what you eat is very important. You're working out. For those of you who have been doing that, I see a successful manifestation of that result. Other people might notice. So because love is such a heavy message right now, let's go ahead and channel some messages for Leo and love, what you can look forward to, just maybe in friendships, whatever, since I see you guys feel alone. Better as friends, so I see better friends coming into your life, or maybe some of you are in a romantic situation that isn't working anymore. There might be a lack of passion or whatever. I'm hearing the message, better as friends. But then I have, for some Leos who are single and want love, I have better as friends and friends who grow into something deeper. So I really feel like, Leo, whoever it is you're meant to be with, they're going to start off as a friend, and then you're going to build that friendship, and then it's going to bloom into the romance you want, when maybe in the past it just went straight to romance. So you didn't really get to become friends with that person first. So there was a lack of friendship, which is why your relationships broke apart. But now I feel like whatever soulmate is coming in for you, you will start off as friends. And I think that's what's going to build a solid foundation in relationships for you, because you have Saturn in your 7th, which normally means this is the time when people of marriage age, they get married, okay? So I do see that for you. And I'm also seeing for those of you who don't have friends, I see better friends coming your way. I swear, I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't mean it. Specifically online, because Venus rules your 3rd house. It's going to be in your 11th house of Gemini. And then Mercury's going to be in your 9th. Maybe far distance friends or online friends with the quarantine. Those are all things that I'm seeing. I actually really do see that for you, Leo, because the North Node and South Nodes, which are the biggest things in astrology, they're going to be moving. And this is huge because everything follows the North and South Node into the 11th house of wishes coming true for you. And the South Node is going to be in your 5th house of Sagittarius. So what this means is with the North Node being in your 11th house moving into there, you're going to start to feel these energies. One, the North Node loves being in the 11th house. This means financial gains. You will gain greatly from other people. Anytime the North Node travels your 11th house, it's like wishes coming true times a million. So things are about to change for you when it shifts next month, or May, whatever. You're going to notice that you gain greatly from other people. If you're working in a group, you are going to gain greatly, financial gain, whatever gain. And not only that, with the North Node being in your 11th house, this is going to bring you lots of friendships, working in huge groups, and creative partnerships, making a lot of friends online, whatever. This is going to bring you so much luck and gains. The 11th house is such a good placement. Then you're going to have the South Node in the 5th house, Leo. And the South Node's not so great as the North Node, because the South Node is about karmic lessons, which is going to be in your 5th house of romance and creativity. So one thing I could say is creativity could be a little dull and dry right now, and that's because you're meant to work in a group of people, I feel. And romance might also have a little bit of karma associated with it. That's what I feel. You might feel like romance is a lot of work. Your relationships are really chaotic. They're not working out. I see this changing for you. It's just going to be the next few months very karmic in the romance, love, creativity level. I wouldn't worry about it too much. So that's all I have. Hope you have a great one. I'll see you later. So Virgo, let's see what you can expect using tarot, using astrology. What is going on? So the first thing that I was seeing for you, Virgo, is you have Jupiter and Pluto in your 5th house. And those are two very intense planets. And they're in the subsection of Leo, which lights up your 12th house. So normally what this means is a lot of you might have an urge to travel overseas or to go overseas, or some of you guys might want to date or make friends with people overseas, or people who live far away. There's a lot of long distance going on, or people from a different culture than you. Those are all things that I'm seeing for you. And I'm also seeing as well, a lot of you have been feeling more creative than ever before. And I think that a lot of you are actually getting like brilliant creative ideas that you haven't gotten in a very long time. Like you're getting creative surges that you should absolutely explore. But one thing I am seeing is that there is a fear about money going on for you, Virgo, with Saturn being in your 6th house in the sign of Venus, like kind of restricting your 2nd house of finances and your 9th house. So it almost feels like all the things you want to do, you can't do. You want to go overseas, you want to travel, you want to have experiences, you want to do all these things, but you feel restricted. You feel like you're being controlled, obviously, with everything going on. And also there's a worry about money, or you might be restricting your appetite, because sometimes I'll see this when people like to restrict their appetite, or they like to like limit what they eat. They're very strict about what they eat, or they don't have much of an appetite. Or what I'm also hearing is a lot of you, Virgo, you've been getting called, like messages, like some fear and anxiety around your diet and exercise. Those are all things I'm seeing with Saturn right now. So if you feel called, and if you're having anxiety about your food and, you know, your health, I would definitely start, you know, trying to eat better. And maybe this quarantine will help you eat better, because I'm sensing with the karma going on for you, Virgo, with Saturn in your 6th house, restricting Venus in your 2nd and 9th house, a lot of you are getting some anxiety about your diet and health, or a lot of you want to change your diet or health or your health routine. Or if not that, a lot of you, the universe is forcing you, restricting you and your diet, so you start to eat better and you have time to work out and exercise with everything being closed down. So I really feel like right now you are called to start having a routine for yourself and to start working on your diet and health. And I really see that for you, Virgo, and you might already feel that too. You might have already been like, oh, I want to watch what I eat, or every time you try to go eat bad, it's closed, or it's not as convenient, you don't have as much money, whatever. Maybe this time is so you can start working out and eating healthy. I feel like with Saturn in your 6th, because I remember this transit very well, this is when I started going crazy with meal prepping, working out. This is when I started to, so first when Saturn first went into my 6th house, like it's doing for you, this was when I started to notice, like I did not like my body. I started getting anxiety about what I was eating. I started thinking more about what I was eating, and I started thinking, oh, I should probably work out. Like I was starting to get really uncomfortable. That's how it's going to start for you. And then you're going to notice like you get really into diet, working out, you're going to meal prep, you're going to start working out in order to feel good. Like, trust me, by the end of your Saturn in your 6th, it's going to be like meal prep, working out. So you can expect that. Trust me, that's what's going to happen. But what I'm seeing, Virgo, is I saw this with everyone. Sun is exalted in Aries. It's in your 8th house. I do feel like you are going to have some money issue be answered, whether it's a check from the government, whether I'm also specifically seeing other people helping you out financially, agreements or government checks or agreements, contracts that help you make money, or work partnerships that help you make money, or other people's money really helping you out during this time, because the sun's going to be in the 8th house of other people's money. So I do see random money coming in for you. But I'm also seeing as well, like a lot of you will be thinking of a new way to make money that will make you more money. So anyway, all those things are going to be solved. Just know it is going to be solved. Now, one thing I was specifically seeing for you guys though, Virgo, is I feel like a lot of you, whoever you're quarantined with, whatever's going on, I feel like you're around a lot of like angry people, or like people you're having a lot of fights and disagreements lately, Virgo. I see that with the 5 of Swords and the 8 of Wands, and they could be with a Pisces, because I have the Pisces, the Southern Fish, but Pisces also rules your 7th house of partnerships. The 5 of Swords talks about fights and, you know, just playing dirty pretty much. So I really feel like a lot of you in April, or maybe it's already starting to happen, you've been getting in a lot of disagreements with the people around you or your partner, or just in general. I see a lot of fighting and disagreements around you. And specifically what I saw was the King of Wands and Sagittarius, the 10 of Swords, which Sagittarius rules your 4th house. So some of you could also be going through a lot of karma in your family or at home. A lot of these disagreements obviously could be happening at home, or it could be happening in your family, or just in general, you're surrounded right now by a lot of people that are very like they almost seem to be attacking you is how I feel, Virgo. That's what I really feel. And I'm sensing too, a lot of you are probably going to go into a time where there's a lot of karma going on in your 4th house. So first of all, the north and south nodes, which are very important in astrology, all of the planets follow what the north and south nodes are doing. It's the karmic nodes. It either brings great gains or great losses. But for you, Virgo, the south node, which is the karma you're going to experience from March, April, January, February, March, from May for the next 18 months. So you're going to start to feel these energies in April. It's going to be in your 4th house of home and family. So I sense there could be a lot of responsibility or duty. I'm so mature. With your home or family, so you might feel very burdened by your home and family. That's one thing I really see with the South Node. You might feel like there's more of a pressure, burden, or responsibility to your home and family. There could be more karma at home and with your family. You're really going to start to notice that just your home life isn't so great or your family life isn't so great. But the positive thing is that it is going to be going in to your 10th house of career and reputation. So the good news is I do sense that a lot of you, this is really going to trigger a lot of really great career things. So first of all, it's going to be in Gemini. So you're going to notice that you're more talkative, you're more witty with the North Node going into the 10th house. You're probably going to have multiple different ways of making income within the next 18 months where you don't make money just one way, you make money in a very free way. Probably like you have a side hustle online or you have multiple hustles online. I'm seeing multiple hustles that earn you a lot of money. Specifically, since the North Node is going to be in the 12th house, but it's also lighting up the sun in your 12th house for the next 18 months. This means a lot of you will likely, when this is over, make money by kind of connecting with people online who live far away, because like I've been saying, we've been pushing to do online business for a very long time, and this virus just really, like in the future, no one is going to work in an office or go to an office. So online business is a huge thing that's being highlighted right now for everyone. And I've been saying this before the virus. I really feel a lot of you will be connecting with people who live overseas or far away, because the 12th house is ruled by Leo and the North Node's going into the 10th house, lighting up the sun in your 12th. So I feel like you're going to connect with a lot of people online and do online business with people far away. But I'm also sensing too that a lot of you are going to be very interested in mental health and also healing, or health or healing that has to do with mental health, healing through speaking, or maybe just in general, one of your jobs could be healing or helping the underprivileged, or charity, or something that has to do with the 12th house. You're going to notice an increased interest in that. Are going to face a lot of anxiety about your job, and just in anxiety in general. Your anxieties are really going to be brought to the forefront, Virgo. With the North Node going into your 10th house, lighting up Gemini, you're going to have a lot of anxieties and fears about your job. Don't, okay? Because the North Node is going to light up your 10th house of career, which means this makes all eyes on you. You're going to be talkative, more proactive, get things done. But it is going to have, there is going to be a lot of fear in regards to anxiety and mental health. So that's why Saturn's in your 6th, really pushing you to work out, because that's really going to help the fears that you're having in your career and job, because it is going to come from multiple different sources is what I'm seeing. And I also see with a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. I do sense in the future, it's very likely that you are going to end up moving. I do sense that for you, Virgo. I sense that for some of you, you might actually end up buying a home or moving or changing your career. You are probably going to go through a lot of major changes in the next 18 months in regards to your home and family. So much changes with the North and South Node. So definitely expect that. We also have change in direction. The changes you're experiencing are divinely orchestrated by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future. So follow your path to the happy outcomes you desire, and also let go of stress. Now, the channel message I have for you, Virgo, is prepare to be astounded. Send them love, wish them peace, see them happy. So I feel like this is about your fights and disagreements. Kill them with kindness is the message I heard from your angels, and that's really going to help. Kill them with kindness. You are stronger than you know. I see with the Five of Wands, you might feel like everyone is out to get you or people are out to get you. That's not the case, okay? Kill them with kindness. You're stronger than you know. And I actually think that one of the other messages I heard for you, Virgo, is you're really going to see your inner strength come out during this time, like who you are. I feel like a lot of Virgos, you don't know who you are, or you've hidden who you are. With the North Node going into the 10th house, that's really going to be brought to the forefront, and you're really going to start to see that. You're going to figure that out for yourself. So that's awesome. Love you so much. See you later. Okay, Libra, so let's see what's happening for your April 2020. I'm going to use tarot, astrology. If it doesn't resonate, check out another, you know, all that stuff. But essentially what I'm seeing for you, Libra, is I do feel like currently it really sucks we're in quarantine right now, because I feel like this is really impacting you. Because what I'm seeing with the energies going on for you, Libra, is I really feel like a lot of you, with Jupiter being in the 4th house and the subsection of the sun, which rules your 11th house of friends, a lot of you really want to connect with other people and friendships and groups. So it's been really difficult for you recently that we are under quarantine, because this is when you really want to connect with others. You really want to socialize. You really want to like be a part of a group or something bigger than yourself. And it's hard for you because we're in quarantine right now, and I see that. And I'm also seeing too, a lot of you, like friendships are becoming very important. Family is becoming very important to you, Libra. I'm sensing that a lot of you, your heart chakra, in regards to your home, your family, and your friends is being opened more than ever before. When maybe, you know, before in the past, it was like you didn't really care. I mean, you were just kind of closed off, like your heart and feelings were very closed off and guarded towards your family and towards relationships. Like you, not like you were cold and you didn't care, but you were very guarded. But now, Libra, I see Jupiter is enhancing your heart, and it's enhancing the importance of your relationships. So for those of you who are suffering with family issues, Libra, you know, the past year when Saturn was in your 5th, I do feel like a lot of you are healing your family relationships in a very big way, and your friendships, even if it's online. And these are things that are really important to you now. So Libra, what I am seeing is there is a lot of fear that Saturn is bringing you in your 5th house. And it's pretty much affecting you, your physical body, and also the 8th house of fear. So I do feel like, Libra, a lot of you might be going through kind of being really strict on yourself, hard on yourself, maybe fearful of trying anything new, or maybe very like stern, like kind of more serious than you normally are. But I'm sensing, Libra, this is all going to start to change for you, because the North and South nodes, which are very important karmic nodes of the moon, which dictate everything that happens to us, everything, they're going to shift, and they shift every 18 months, and they're going to shift again in May, but you're going to start to feel these energies already in April. What I'm seeing is that the North Node is going to shift to your 9th house of Gemini, and the South Node is going to shift into the 3rd house of Sagittarius for you. So essentially what this means, Libra, is over the next few months, I actually see you joining some sort of spiritual group. It does not have to be church. It does not have to be anything like that. It could just be like you want to join a group of people who are into the same things as you, or have a sense of spirituality. You want to talk to people who have a lot to teach you, that might have like different worldly experiences or something like that. Or, you know, in a more basic term, this could mean some of you could end up pursuing higher education, or wanting to socialize with people who have higher education and can teach you things. You could be going off to school later, but I'm sensing you are going to definitely start to be a part of some sort of religious or spiritual group, or you're going to start surrounding yourself with a lot of friends who are spiritual, or who have something big to teach you, or maybe just live in a different way. Those are all things that I see for you. And I'm sensing that a lot of you, one of the things that I'm seeing is that a lot of you aren't going to want to stay where you are. You're going to feel stir crazy. That's why this quarantine sucks so bad for you, because Libra, I actually see you going away from home, or I see you wanting to travel more in the very near future. But I sense like right now, it almost feels like the world is thwarting your plans, but I do see that in the future. Yeah, because I have the card for you, the Chariot and the Two of Cups. So I really do feel like, Libra, you're going to start to make the plans or start to make decisions very soon, where you are going to start moving towards partnerships, groups of people, finding your tribe. And I really feel like it's going to involve moving away or becoming a part of some sort of group. Or what this could represent to is moving towards partnerships, moving towards groups, moving and finding your ideal partner and soulmate, or moving and finding your group of people. And I do see you are going to move through that. I do sense that right now you feel like you're very held back by the things in your life, your responsibilities. With the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, it's like you want to walk away or you want to do this, but you feel like you can't because you're stuck with responsibilities, juggling a bunch of responsibilities and commitments is what I'm seeing. But I do feel like in the future that is going to be removed, because we also have do something new, try something different. Ever notice how it's easier to fall in love and to be fallen in love with when you're busy? So I do sense you are going to do, like, your life is going to pretty much go in a new stance away from what you initially thought. And I am sensing, Libra, that right now a lot of you, there's just like you're starting to get very serious about your future. What I do see though is a lot of you are getting very bored and stagnant, and that's what's causing this extreme need to move away or change or be a part of a group, or do something or learn something different. Maybe go away to school. For some of you, I heard the message, because this is a general reading, if you were thinking about moving, if you were thinking about going to school or whatever, I see that it's likely you could find that person wherever it is you move. But I also had the message for some Libras, this is a general message, keep that in mind. But I do want to channel every message that I hear. If it doesn't resonate, just wait. I am hearing that some of you, your partner, your romantic love interest might be acting distant right now, and that's because I just feel like they need space to miss you. Don't text them first. Don't be bothered, just be busy. And when you give them energetic space, they are going to come back to you. Don't pester them so much for attention. Sometimes it just makes people annoyed, okay? So if your partner's acting distant or they are distant, just give them energetic and physical space, obviously with the coronavirus. Or if your friends are acting like that, just give them space. Trust me, they're going to miss you and they're going to come back to you. I'm also hearing too, some of you could be in a long distance relationship with the Chariot and the Two of Cups. Yeah, I'm kind of sensing that's for some of you guys. You might want to be in a relationship with the Sun in your 7th, but I'm sensing, or you could be in a relationship, friends who grow into something deeper. That's what I got for you, Libra. So maybe if you're just in the friend stage, I do see it growing into something deeper. For those of you who are talking to someone online, being taken for granted, I do feel like you think you're being ignored, but I do sense they're going to come around once you give them some distance, and they're going to see your value. And I also see that for some of you, you might be feeling like we have internet dating, Libra. Oh my gosh, you guys are talking to someone online. Trust me, don't let them text. Don't text first. Give them space. They'll come to you. And I feel like this is something that could grow into something deeper. Friends who grow into something deeper. I do see that for you. And I do see with the 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands, this could be someone you could actually have a family with or be very committed to if you're the right age. But I do see that actually, guys. I do see like whoever you're talking to, this could actually be something that grows into something really serious. So whoever that is out there, I also had the message for you, Libra, too. Earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for this great stuff coming your way. And I also had the message, never regret love. No matter how blind, it improved your vision. No matter how foolish, it made you wiser. And no matter how generous, it made you more. Never regret love. Okay, so never regret it. And I do feel like you guys are putting your heart more out there, and it can be a little bit scary. We also have listen to your true feelings. So another channeled message I have for you is listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. So I do sense, Libra, a lot of you With the sun being in your 7th in Aries, you might be asking others for advice, or other people might have a lot of sway in what you're doing. Listen to your own self, Libra. Don't let anyone tell you which way you should go. Do what's best for you, because you know. We have listen to your true feelings and be honest with yourself. What do you want? Go after what you want. Who cares what other people think? You need to just go for it and not listen to what the people in your life say, even though there might be more of a focus on what people in your life think or what their opinion is. Do what you know is best for you, because I also had the message for you of I am leading you towards, and this is your spirit guides, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. And let me tell you, Libra, your intuition is on point, because Jupiter is expanding your sun in your 4th house. So your intuition, your feelings are on point. Do what you feel like, not what other people say you should be doing. Stick to your own morals and stick to your own integrity, and whatever that situation is in your life. Don't listen to what other people say you should be doing. You know what you should be doing. I'm seeing a lot of partnership energy, other people trying to influence you, this and that. No, you know where you need to go. You know who you are and what you need to do. Be true to you. Don't listen to what they have to say. Be true to you. Whatever that means for you in your life. That's a big message I got. Follow your own integrity and what you want. So that's all I have for you. I'll see you later. Okay, so Scorpio, let's see what your monthly prediction is based on tarot and astrology. So let's go ahead and look at what I'm feeling first. Obviously, this is going to be for everyone. If you're not married, if you're not in a relationship, just wait for your message, Scorpio. But real quick, let me do this for those who are. I am sensing, Scorpio, for those of you in a relationship, your relationship might go through a little bit of issues in April 2020, because you're going to have Venus in your 8th house, and Venus in the 8th house means like ups and downs in your relationships, drama in your relationships and things like that. And we have the angel message, I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now. So if you're in a relationship that's going through drama, I want you to know it's okay. Your angels are working with you to make sure that relationship drama is healed in April 2020. Now, if it's not, in a romantic relationship, I'm seeing it could be relationships in your family or relationships in your household could be very strained, because you're going to have Mars in your 4th house. Or this could just mean a lot of drama or karma going on with your family members or people that you live with in April 2020. It just kind of means that, there's a lot of intensity going on in your family home relationship. So I do want to put that little warning out there. But pretty much what I'm seeing, Scorpio, is I feel like a lot of you recently, because Mars rules your first house and it's in your 4th house, a lot of you might have been doing a lot recently for your family, or a lot recently for people in general. You might have been really busy trying to make sure everyone is okay, because I have take time for yourself, enjoy relaxation activities that nurture your soul, because last month you were on the go. You were working out, I'm probably assuming. You were taking care of everyone's needs. You were energetic. You were doing this. You were doing that, because you had Mars in your 3rd house of Capricorn. So you were really like zipping around, making sure everyone was okay, for preparing for quarantine. You were doing everything in your power for other people, and also just exerting a lot of energy. Mars is going to be in your 4th house, which means it's time to take it easy, and you're not going to be as energetic as you normally are. You're not going to be zipping around like you normally are, because Mars in the 4th really is kind of debilitated. So it just means this is a month where it's okay to not work out as hard. It's okay to take it easy, essentially. And I'm just sort of hearing it's really the time to pamper yourself, because you've been worried too much about other people and doing too much for others. It's time for you to receive. And I also have, with the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Wands, a lot of you Scorpios, because of what you've been doing for other people around you, you are really put in high esteem with your family members, with the people you've helped during this time, with anything that you got done during this time, Scorpio. What I'm seeing, like the work you did, whatever it was that you did, working out, work online, the help you did for others in your family, you're really getting the recognition you deserve from other people. And they're really noticing how much you've done, and they see you with the 10 of Cups and 6 of Wands as a hero. They really, people around you really think of you in high esteem. Whether it's you work online and you were extra busy online, you're getting the recognition you deserve. Whether it was you were running around helping other people, you're getting that recognition you deserve in April. Or whether it was working out, you're getting that recognition for how freaking good you look. You see what I mean? So it's okay to take it easy and not be on overdrive. That's why I really like astrology, because it helps us see the cycles of what we're going through. It's not a high all the time. Mars in the 3rd was nice, but now it's Mars in the 4th. Take it easy. But I do see there could be some drama at home in your relationships. There could be a little bit of drama, maybe with women. But it doesn't have to be with women. I'm just sort of seeing some stress and worry going on in your home and family. And I want you to know that the angels are working with you to heal whatever stress and worry is going on with your family right now. Maybe because we do have family changes. So maybe a lot of you are worried because your family members lost their jobs, or you know, you're going to lose your home, or something has happened during this time to your family. I want you to know it's going to be okay. It's just the transits, but I am seeing that for you. For those of you who are worried about money with the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, that is going to be resolved. I see that a lot of you, with the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, I almost feel like a lot of you are going to walk into some money, or someone could help you with money or financially. That's how I'm feeling. Or very soon in the future, you're going to move away from this 5 of Pentacles into the 9 of Pentacles. Or Scorpio, what I also see with focus on service, the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, a lot of you could help someone out or volunteer or do some sort of charity. I do see that too. I see a lot of you might be called to do that during this time. I see a lot of you are feeling called to do that actually. A lot of you might help people financially or with anything you can during this time. I see that because we have the Page of Cups and the 10 of Wands, and it's almost like the goodness in your hearts really come out, and you almost feel like you want to bear all the world's problems, and you feel like you're bearing all the world's problems, and you want to help, and you feel like the whole world is on your shoulders. I see that for you, Scorpio, and I'm so sorry that's happening to you, but I do feel like take some credit, take some time for yourself, because major changes are coming for you. First of all, we have the change card going on. Now I want to talk about the North and South nodes because they are so important in astrology. They dictate what all the planets are going to do. And essentially, they change every 18 months, and they're going to change again in May and last for the next 18 months. But you're going to see these energies play out in April. The North node's moving into your 8th house of Gemini and the subsection of the Sun, which rules your 10th house of career. So Scorpio, I see one change that is likely going to occur is a lot of you with, the North node going into your 8th house in the subsection of the Sun, which rules your 10th, there's going to be some sort of change in your career or some sort of ending in your career. It could be that. But for a lot of you, I think it is that. Because we're being called right now in this difficult time to start going towards something that's a part of the new world, because we are ushering in the new world, and that's why these crazy things are happening, because bad things happen before good things happen. And I really feel like one of them is career. Now, for others of you, I do sense, because the South node is going into your 2nd house, and the South node is karma. It's not as good as the North node. The 2nd house is going to your the South node is going into your 2nd house. I do feel like there could be money restrictions or worries about money. I want you to know this is normal. I actually feel like as this progresses, you are going to solve that, because the South node brings challenges, but then it brings you like a really great reward at the end. So I really feel like a lot of you are going to feel some sort of anxiety or restriction around money due to some sort of job change because of the North and South Node access. And it could also be as well because we have Saturn in the 4th house. Okay, because the South Node is going to be in your 2nd house of the subsection Saturn, which rules your 3rd house. Saturn's going to be in the 4th house. So I do see a lot of family karma playing out. A lot of family karma playing out for you starting April. Especially with like your father or a male in your family. And for some of you, it can mean you become a father yourself, where you have a family, or you become a mother. And then, you know, for some of you, obviously not for all of you, but just definitely expect, you know, those kind of challenges coming up. And I do want to warn you, but honestly, this will be for the better, because I did get the 9 of Pentacles, which indicates to me an improvement. So even though your job might change or money might be restricted, this is going to bring an improvement. There is going to be some sort of saving grace, some sort of money coming in for you. I really sense that. So it's big changes for everyone, and I'm really excited about that. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, Sagittarius, this is what I'm seeing for you based on tarot and astrology, April 2020. So first of all, what I'm sensing for you guys is I definitely feel like there's a lot of partnerships enhanced for you April 2020. One thing I'm seeing with the King of Swords and the 9 of Swords, I do feel like Sagittarius, this is going to be a time when work partnerships in general are going to be emphasized for you big time. Specifically, okay, so for some of you Sagittarius, what I'm sensing is some of you could have issues with a boss, or some of you could have issues with some sort of authority figure or male in your life who's very cold. This could be professional or in your personal life. I'm sensing a cold male in your life that's bringing you a lot of anxiety, Sagittarius, in April 2020. But you know, if it's not that, I am sensing like getting a lawyer, getting a doctor, some sort of professional partnership that's going to happen for you, or some sort of business partnership, professional partnership. And if not that, just in general, a cold male in your life that's going to be giving you issues. And I see that in your chart as well. But I do feel like if it's not that, if it's not a lawyer, if it's not a doctor, or it could be a teacher, you guys could have gotten an online teacher, or something to do with a professional partnership, like a teacher, a lawyer, a judge, or issues with a boss or a cold male. Those are all, this is a general reading. This is the themes going on, but that's honestly what I see. And I feel like a lot of you have entered beneficial or professional partnerships that could benefit you in the future. With the 2 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, I think a lot of you right now are thinking a lot about the future of your career. And a lot of you are, because with relax, everything is okay. It's making me think a lot of you are very worried about your finances, or you're worried about the future of your career, or you're very much worried about, with the Queen of Pentacles, it could be you're worried about, and Taurus rules your 6th house of work and routine. It could be that you're worried about a specific woman in your life. If you're worried about a specific woman in your life, the angels are saying, relax, everything's okay with them, and it's going to be okay with them. If you're not worried about a specific woman in your life, however, I do feel like some of you likely are. I feel like a lot of you are just in general worried about the future of your career and the progress of your career in the future with everything going on. But I actually got the message for you, Sagittarius, which is really good. No, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help you, guide, and comfort you. And also your wishes are coming true. So if you guys are worried currently about, you know, some sort of work related issue or the future of your work, just know everything is coming, everything's going to be okay, because your wishes are going to come true. Especially when I was looking at your chart and I was seeing your 11th house lit up, your 7th house lit up, and your 3rd house lit up. Sagittarius, fire signs, I really sense that around April 17th, maybe even before that, but around April 17th, I really do feel like a wish of yours is going to come true, or some sort of relief is going to come to you. So if you're worried about that, know that. Or if not that, I do sense that for those of you worried about work, it is going to be okay. And I wouldn't say that just to make you feel better. I really do feel that way. I feel like with realization and epiphanies, an entrepreneur, for those of you who have your own business, I want you to know I really do see your career life is really going to start to do really well, and it's going to pick up online. For those of you who have an online business or your own business, and not to worry. But for some of you with realizations and epiphanies, I do feel like a lot of you are going to start having a realization about you need to be self-employed. And I was saying this before the virus, a few months before the virus, with everything going on astrologically in the world, we are really being pushed into having our own businesses and working online. No one is going to work in person or go to school in person soon. It's all going to be online, and online business is so easy. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't. So I really feel like a lot of you are going to have a great idea of what you could do online to make money during this time, and it's going to lead you to abundance, and it's going to lead you to something that is better, because I do have sometimes the good is hidden. So it almost feels like to me a lot of you can't see the good right now. You guys are so stressed, so worried about work, job, career, and the future of your stability. No need to worry. The good's being hidden from you right now, but very soon you're going to have a eureka moment, and I really feel like it's being led to becoming an entrepreneur yourself for a lot of you Sagittariuses, or you're going to have an epiphany about a new way to make money very soon. And I do feel like too, with the Six of Swords and the Joker, I really feel as though you're moving towards being more free and independent in your life, just in general. You're moving towards kind of like a more relaxed way of living that isn't so scheduled and controlling of your life, if that makes sense. But yeah, Sagittarius, I just see a fear about money and the future, about money and things like that. You're going to be okay. I really feel that way, especially with the North and South node, which are the karmic nodes moving to your first house and also to your seventh house, and they change every 18 months. They're very important. They're going to change in May, but you're going to start to feel these energies in April. I really feel like a lot of you might actually be moving towards, like I said, a business partnership. But another thing that I'm seeing as well is I sense that a lot of you Sagittarius have become super spiritual, like more so than before, and you're attracting spiritual people in your life, really spiritual people. For those of you who are a Sagittarius sun, this means the South Node is over your sun. This means you're going through huge spiritual awakenings. You're really starting to become aware of yourself. You're being authentic. And not only that, I'm sensing a lot of you have gotten your faith and belief has finally awoken. Your faith in the divine, your faith in God, the universe, spirituality is really being heightened right now. And I really feel as though a lot of you went through a spiritual awakening recently. And a lot of you have really just transformed, and your wishes because of that are going to come true very soon. And I think this has to do with spiritual partnerships or partnerships with people who could really help you. And I'm also sensing just in general, like I sense that a lot of you though, recently Saturn has been kind of restricting your friendships, and you're feeling a belonging with other people. You feel like you don't really belong with other people. You feel as though you feel very alienated from others. But I'm sensing, Sagittarius, a big thing coming in for you is I really do feel like that is going to change over the next 18 months. And I sense that you're going to attract a lot of spiritual people who are in alignment with the new spiritual being you've become. And by spiritual, I just mean enlightened. You've really become enlightened, and I really sense that for you. And for Sagittarius moons, it's like, God, I feel sorry for you guys, because I think that a lot of you are going through a lot of anxiety right now, or have been through some anxiety and stuff like that with the South Node over your moon. Or maybe you've been dealing with like that woman I was talking about with the Queen of Pentacles. You've been really worried about your mom or your family, or just in general your family or your mom, or your anxiety's been up. And I see you guys, maybe even getting like a therapist online or something. Those are all things I'm really seeing for you. And I think that a lot of Sagittarius is right now with Jupiter, Pluto lighting up your second house. A lot of you, and especially with it over the sun subsection of the ninth house, a lot of you have become like spiritual teachers to your friends and family and the people around you. You've really been having amazing spiritual insights that you've been sharing with people, and it has really impacted a lot of people's lives. A lot of people really value you and your opinion and your wisdom and your knowledge, and I want you to know that, and I genuinely feel that way about you. And new beginnings are, Sagittarius, I wanted to let you know new beginnings are coming. And I really do feel like these partnerships coming into your life are going to be very beneficial to you, and you are going to see some extreme changes very soon in your everyday routine that is way more in alignment and lets you be more free instead of so stifled and controlled. So that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you later. Okay, Capricorn, so this is what I see for your April 2020. We're going to look at tarot, and we're also going to look at the astrology of it. But essentially what I'm seeing, Capricorn, is you guys have went through the biggest transformation, sun, moon, rising, whatever, because you have Jupiter and Pluto next to each other in your first house of physical appearance and personality. So Capricorn, whether you're a sun, moon, rising, especially if you're a rising, maybe even a sun, but a lot of you have went through so much transformation because Jupiter's in your first house of appearance, personality, lighting up the sun subsection, which rules your 8th house of transformation. So Capricorn, I want to congratulate you on how many transformations you have made in your life. Your physical appearance, your personality, you as a being has transformed for the better. So I do want to congratulate you on that, even though it might have been very hard, even though you might have went through a lot the past few. I really see that you have made some serious permanent changes to your life recently, probably within the last few months, that have been amazing and beneficial for you. Hopefully not bad changes. I'm hoping positive, but I am seeing positive changes. And I feel like a lot of you too, another thing I see is recently Saturn might have been restricting, when it was in Capricorn, your ability to be intimate or your libido or whatever. But I'm seeing that that's going to be reawakened with Jupiter, Pluto together in your first house. I see that a lot of you guys are going to be engaging in something pretty sexy. So that's a good thing too. That's something I've seen that's happened recently. But I definitely feel with exercise, Capricorn. So I like to always talk about the North and South nodes because they are super important in astrology. They change every 18 months and they rule everything. They're more important than any planet, and they're going to change again for the first time in 18 months. And it's going to happen in May, but you're going to start to feel these effects already. And the North Node, which amps everything up, is going to be in your 6th house of routine. The South Node is going into your 12th house of Sagittarius. So essentially what this means for you, Capricorn, is the North Node in the 6th house is really going to amp up your need to exercise, your need to diet. I see a lot of Capricorns, you're going to change your diet in a big way. So there's a lot of diet and exercise that I'm seeing. I'm also seeing a lot of possibly some of you could turn vegetarian or change your diet in a very big way, change your exercise routine in a very big way. These are all things that I see for you. And I definitely see that with Saturn being in your 2nd house too. I really feel a lot of you are being called to change your diet in a big way. Saturn also restricts things. So with Saturn in your 2nd house, I do feel a lot of you could be restricting your appetite, or you could be more conscious about your appetite. I'm also seeing another thing that Jupiter is doing. We have, as you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming now, Capricorn. So Jupiter is going to be in your 1st house, and it's igniting the sun section, which rules your 8th, of other people's finances and resources. So one thing I do see for you, Capricorn, essentially, is I do feel like someone is going to help you out financially, as I see with the 6 of Pentacles, and I feel as though a partner could help you out financially. The government, but I'm sensing more than that. I'm sensing there's going to be an increase in your finances because there is an increase in other people giving you finances or other people giving you money. So that's essentially what I'm seeing for you, is an increase. Like if you're married, your partner might have an increase of finance, or someone is just in general going to help you out financially. With the Queen of Swords, it could be a woman in your life, but it doesn't have to be a woman. It could be, a boss decides to give you more raise, or it just could be in general. I see you guys like receiving a lot of benefits from other people, probably recently actually. But another thing I see as well is I do feel like with the Seven of Cups, so one thing I got was the Seven of Cups and the Three of Swords, and also unhealthy, toxic situation. I think some of you Capricorns, maybe not all of you, but I do sense that some of you are in some sort of unhealthy relationship right now. If it's not your message, just wait for yours or just check out another one. I do feel like a lot of you are going through some unhealthy, toxic romantic situation you do need to get out of. Not all of you, some of you, relationships go through ups and downs. Sometimes relationships, you know, just go through a rough patch, but I'm sensing this could be something that's kind of abusive maybe, or something that isn't so, it could be a work, okay, so first of all, it's Libra and that rules your 10th house, so it could be a work relationship, but I'm also sensing that it could be just some sort of relationship in general. There, like maybe a relationship with your work, it's unhealthy and toxic and it's time for you to leave, or it could be a romantic partnership. It's time for you to leave that partnership if it's abusive, unhealthy, and toxic. Obviously, sometimes relationships go through ups and downs. Doesn't mean you should leave them, but for some of you, I really felt that message for you because I had you know what to do and also communicate with your angels, which really tells me a lot of you kind of know it needs to end, but you're not ending it, whether it is a relationship or a work situation, if that makes sense. And I'm also seeing with end of an era, I do feel like your life is about to change in a huge way, more than anyone else's, Capricorn, because the North Node's going into your 6th house and it's going to hit the sun subsection, and your 6th house is everyday routines, everyday work, every day. Like I feel like your everyday is about to change in a huge big way. I kind of feel like a lot of the times though, when the North Node enters our 6th house, we do feel overworked, we do feel very tired, we tend to overwork ourselves, and I do sense that a lot of you are likely going to go through that during the next 18 months that I do want to let you be aware of. But with Easy Does It, I just really hope that you guys really just take it easy on yourself and aren't so hard on yourself. You guys are going through a lot in regards to your home, changing as a person, becoming so much more powerful. The North and South nodes really hit you, but I really think that a lot of you guys are going to get back into the swing of work is really what I'm seeing. And I also feel like this is something you could be really successful at, because when the North Node's in your 6th house, it makes you really successful at work. It also makes you really successful with like working out and things of that nature and transformation. And also like if you're going through something with North Node in your 6th house, this means you defeat your enemies. Also, like if anyone has issues with you. So it's all good things, really. It's just going to take some transitioning. But I think that you're really starting to become brave and step into your power after everything that has happened. So honestly, I think this is going to be a really good thing for you. But Capricorn, I'm going to keep you updated. I'm going to really look yours over in the next horoscope to really give you something worth value next time, because I think you really need it. I just like it just hit me when I was looking at it. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great one. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, Aquarius, April 2020. What is your message for tarot and astrology? So first of all, I am seeing the message that we are going to have a little bit more of motivation in April 2020. Mars is going to be in your 1st house. Not only that, the sun is going to be in your 3rd house. Both of these placements give a lot of motivation, a lot of energy, especially if you're a rising sign Aquarius. Whoa, you're going to be feeling very, very confident, very outspoken, and have a lot of motivation and energy. These are all things that I'm really seeing for you, actually. And another thing that I'm seeing for you, too, that I do want you guys to be aware of, with the Magician and the 5 of Swords, this normally talks about, manifesting something successfully, being very confident, being in your full power. But with the 5 of Swords, I'm sensing some people might not like seeing you kind of shine. Okay, so you might have some like disagreements with people around you, or they might want to cut you down because you're shining. don't, okay? Because you're going to be feeling yourself, and I actually don't think you will let them get to you, honestly. I feel like you're going to be feeling yourself, and you are going to, especially if you're sun and moon too, and you're not going to let these people get you down who try to cut you down because they're jealous, is what I heard. I heard that for a lot of you with new partner, Aquarius, and I really felt this way for you. I think it's likely a lot of you have met a romantic partner recently, or you are going to meet them online, obviously, guys, or after the virus. And the reason why I'm sensing this is because I like to look at the north and south nodes of the moon, because they are the most important things in astrology. They dictate everything. They change every 18 months, and they are going to change again for the first time in 18 months in May, but we're going to start to feel these energies in April. And they are going to be in your 5th house of love and romance, the north node, which amps things up. And the south node, which is the karma, is going to be in your 11th house of Sagittarius. So these are the themes that I'm seeing coming into your life, Aquarius. So one, as I do sense a lot of you might feel very distant from your friendships, or you might notice that your friendships start to subside, or a lot of people you might feel like are against you. So you might be walking away from groups, communities, and be very against groups or communities, and kind of like feel not really the urge to belong. Or you might notice that a lot of people seem to be against you for no reason. So there's going to be, the universe is really going to put in this time where you're moving away from old groups of people, old friendships, and you're really feeling alienated or not so satisfied with them. And that's because the north node is trying to lead you to love, to romance, and also to your own individual creative expression. So I do sense, Aquarius, in the next 18 months, you're going to notice there is an increase in your love life. I'm definitely seeing that for you. There's going to be an increase in your love life. And another reason why I feel that way too is because Jupiter is expanding in your 12th house, which is over your 7th house of partnerships, because it's over the subsection of the sun. So this means for a lot of you, this could start out as a long distance relationship, or a lot of people are going to be starting long distance relationships very soon. And these long distance relationships, what I'm seeing is could easily lead to something really serious. And that's how I feel. I felt that way too, because we have the Ace of Cups and the Hierophant, which talks about committed partnerships, committed romantic partnerships. This could be friendships too, guys. Keep that in mind. Friendships or business partnerships. But honestly, no, actually I take that back, not friendships. I think this has to do with romantic partnerships. I'm not going to make this general. This is honestly what I'm seeing. If not that, the 5th house can also rule children, but I mean, maybe. But I really do sense that a lot of you are going to end up in the next 18 months in a serious committed relationship with the north node in your 5th house. Or at the very least, I feel a lot of you are going to become very committed to some sort of creative endeavor, a creative endeavor that you do, that you express away from a group, or working for somebody else, or working in a group of creatives, or doing what everyone else. You're going to shy away from the group and go towards your individual creative expression. And that's what I really see for you. You just becoming super creative and committed to creativity. Or you could get like one creative partner that you work with that helps you enhance your creativity within the next 18 months. And you're going to start to see these energies in April. This also means for you, Aquarius, too, when the South Node is in your 11th house, easy gains. It normally means like money comes in very easily. This means like money is really easy to make. It's not really a thing. You don't even have to work that hard. So this is a very good placement, Aquarius, for you coming up in the next 18 months, no matter what kind of Aquarius you are. I feel that with most people are just trying to survive, I really do feel like you're going to be doing better than most in the next 18 months with these karmic nodes. Listen to your other signs to put it all together, but that's how I feel. And I also feel like too, just remember, most people are so beguiled by your charm, awed by your confidence, and inspired by your choices. They simply forget to say thank you, please, and I love you like crazy. One thing I want to say to you, Aquarius, is with Saturn in your 1st, I really do feel like family and with the 9th house Libra, those might be things that feel like you have a lot of responsibility towards, because Saturn's going to be in your 1st house, restricting Venus of your 4th and 9th. So I really feel, Aquarius, a lot of you might feel some pressure or burdens from your family, or you might have a lot of family responsibility, or this might be a time when you're healing a lot of family issues. Those are all things that I see for you, Aquarius, where you are going to, first of all, I think family tradition is going to become very important for you, Aquarius, where it's very important for you to get close with your family, or it's very important for you to bond with your family, or there might be some responsibility your family places on your shoulders. But I definitely feel like a healing of family karma is going to be a very big thing starting to happen with you. But yeah, the biggest thing I see for you, Aquarius, is definitely I just heard the message, you are ready to love again, Aquarius. That's what I see. Cosmic unity, twin flame. I heard the message, you're ready to love again. I just get, if you're not into love, whatever, check out another sign, but I mainly get love, okay? And I get someone is fantasizing and daydreaming about you. So much love. So if you haven't met them yet, and internet dating, guys, I'm telling you, long distance, someone far away, someone probably already has their eye on you, or in April, and then the next 18 months, you're really going to see this play out. For some Aquarius, as though how I'm sensing with ghosting and ghosted, some of you might have recently went through a spout where something didn't work out, or maybe you've lost faith in the whole love thing and you're like, yeah, whatever, okay. But I really feel like some of you might be ignoring it or like cynical about it, but I do see it happening for you, definitely, for sure. So that's all I have for you, Aquarius. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, Pisces, so let's see what's going on in your life using tarot and astrology in April 2020. So one thing I was intuitively picking up when looking at your chart, with the sun going into your 2nd house of Aries, but then Mars going into your 12th house of Aquarius, this tells me like whenever you spend money, whenever you make money, you lose money. So it's like you're making money, you get like a bonus, but it all goes to something else. So it's almost like you're making a lot of money, but then you have to pay for this, or you lost your job, but you get a check from the government, but it's like, but I lost my job. You know what I mean? It's like you're getting money in, but then you have to spend it on something else or put it towards something. It's almost like it comes in, it comes out, like back and forth. And that's how I'm feeling for you. I'm so sorry. And I also feel like too, Pisces, one thing I was really seeing too with Mars, which is like the planet of aggression and the planet of competition and war, being in your 12th house of hidden enemies, which tends to hype up anger. A lot of you are really angry right now, Pisces. There's a lot of anger going on, and I see that because I got the Pisces card and the Knight of Wands right next to it. So a lot of you guys, either one, you're feeling really angry right now, like super snapping over everything, or really sexual. I don't know, but like those are all things that I see. For some of you, I'm almost feeling for some of you this could have something to do with, because we have release anger. So it almost says, don't give power to negative words by saying them. Speak from your higher self and make your communication peaceful and loving. Because I do see, Pisces, a tendency to go off on people verbally, because you're going to have Mercury in your 2nd house of Aries, which also tends to be very aggressive, and 2nd house rules your speech. So I do want you to be careful with the people around you and the anger and the level of anger you're feeling. Just relax, watch anger manage, I don't know. But anyway, and I'm just sensing too, just like in general, there's a lot of, or just like, you guys are getting cozy with someone you're really attracted to. It could be sexual or anger. Those are two things that I'm seeing. I also feel with windfall, like I was saying, you are going to get a windfall of money. You are going to get some sort of bonus, but it's almost like you spend it, you lose it, you spend it, you lose it, if that makes sense. I'm also seeing too, one of the things I'm seeing for you guys is you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. This kind of makes me feel. And also, we also got the card, you were born with that it quality, that star quality. This kind of makes me feel like a lot of you might feel as though other people are against you, because Mars is the 12th house of hidden enemies. And I feel like with Mars in your 12th house, there could be people bringing you down or putting you down that you should be aware of. But I always go by the model, kill them with kindness, because if you let yourself get out of control or like go off, you're giving away your power essentially. One of my good friends told me that, and I was like, oh, okay. So I really feel like that works out for you. You have the 8 quality, you have that star quality. You don't need to argue with these people who are arguing with you or making you feel less than. Just ignore them, pass. You have that equality, they don't. Oh well. But for some of you, it could just be like you feel psychically with because we have Aquarius, which rules your 12th house, the water bearer, and also the high priestess. You could be feeling psychically like other people are against you, is what I'm seeing. And with the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, which represents the serpent, it almost feels like, I feel like you think women are against you. Or if not women, I don't know, maybe just enemies in your life. I just sort of feel that way. There could be, and there just could be some sort of you being really hard on yourself too, is what I was feeling for you, Pisces. What I'm seeing with the sun going into your 2nd house of Aries, and everything that's going on right now, is I really feel like a lot of you, because the sun rules your 6th house of routine and work, I feel like a lot of you are being very nitpicky about some sort of talent you have, or like a lot of you are trying to fix or learn something, or learn a talent, or improve a talent, or improve your finances, or you're trying to like you're being very nitpicky about your talents, and you're just like, I don't know, you're not really seeing how talented you are. And I'm seeing with steady progress and practice, now is just the time in quarantine to practice whatever it is that you're interested in. Sometimes we go through times, I get this all the time, where we feel like we're not good enough, or we feel other people are better, or we might feel as though we put in so much effort, but it just goes into the abyss with Mars in the 12th house. No one seems to appreciate your efforts. These are all themes I'm seeing for you, Pisces, but it says practice, steady progress. Now is just the time for you to practice it and develop it, and you will get better. And I feel like a lot of you right now, you kind of just need a break away from it all to really just think about what you want and reinvent what you want. And this quarantine is really doing this for you. And I feel like too, a lot of you just feel like you have a lot of losses in life right now, like your energy is wasted, like you almost feel like the world is trying to hinder your progress, or you might feel like you're getting ripped off is another thing I'm seeing, or you're not getting what you deserve. These are all like themes I'm seeing for you, Pisces. But I want to let you know that people are admiring you from afar. First of all, it might seem like the world is out to get you, with the Mars being in your 12th house of enemies, but they're not. Like with the High Priestess and the 6 of Wands, this talks about people secretly admiring you, secret admirers. These are all things that I'm seeing for you, Pisces. I really feel that way. I feel like you might be thinking someone is talking bad, or people don't like you, or something. No, people are thinking really good things about you. I feel that way for a lot of you, Pisces. And I feel like a lot of people, if haters are hating, that's because they're jealous, because you're the Queen of Pentacles is how I'm feeling. And I feel like this might be a really frustrating time for you specifically, is what I'm seeing. But I feel like it's mainly like internal, and I feel like good things are about to happen to you. One thing I'm really seeing is with the South Node going into your 10th house and the North Node going into your 4th house. One of the things I'm seeing is there's likely going to be an emphasis on your father and mother in April 2020, and especially I was feeling with your mother. I feel like there's going to be an emphasis on your mother and to heal the relationship with your mother. I really felt that, because the North and South nodes are the karmic nodes, and they transition kind of like every 18 months. They're very important. They dictate everything, and they're going to change in May for the first time in 18 months and stay there for 18 months. So over the next 18 months, there's going to be a huge focus on you healing the relationship with your mother, and also getting close with your mother. and also, you know, really bonding with your mother and healing that with your mother, because I have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Or also this could mean, I feel like there's going to be a need for you to become closer with your family, or if you're far away from your family, go home to your family. And I'm also sensing there could be some sort, with the South Node moving into your 10th house, you might feel like overworked at work or something like that. You might feel a lot of pressure from work. And I'm sensing a lot of you might want to move away from that into work that allows you to work from home as opposed to at work or at school or something like that. I just really sense that. And I was saying this, you know, for the longest time before the quarantine, that we're being pushed to work for ourselves online, because the banking system, the way life is going right now, we are going to work independently from home in the future. And I really sense that's where a lot of you are heading towards, is honestly what I'm feeling. And a home business, or like working from home or working for your family, or this could even mean just like, you know, Airbnb or something to do with home. I see that business working out really well for you in the next few months, Pisces. But if not, if you already work from home, then you're already ahead of the game. If you work from home, I see nothing but an uphill progress for you. A lot of you really just need friends on your side, with Jupiter enhancing Leo in your 6th house and your 11th house of friendships. I just really feel like a lot of you, you need support. It's, you know, like the past year, you would have really drifted away from friends, but I feel like that's really starting to shift. And I think friendships are something that could be really great for you, that'll help you. Some of you might be struggling with your mental health, or like anxiety with Saturn in your 12th, or like you might be going through sati, I don't know. But I really feel like friends are what's going to help you push through whatever you're going through. And I really feel like a lot of you are going to be called to make friends, or you've been getting closer with, I don't know, something like that. And healing your friendships even from the past. And I think that's something that's really going to help you during this time, and really just help you a lot if you are struggling with anxiety. But that's all I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.